Hi, thank you for watching my video on Preceed-Proceed model. My name is Tom Harper. I'm a public health student at the University of New England School of Public Health. So what is the Proceed and Proceed model? The Preceed-Proceed model is a cost-effective evaluation framework proposed in 1974 by Lawrence W. Green that can help health program planners, policymakers, and other evaluators analyze situations and design health programs efficiently. The Precede is an acronym for predisposing, reinforcing, and enabling constructs and educational diagnosis and evaluation. And then the second phases are the Proceed, which stand for the policy, regulatory, and organizational constructs and educational and environmental development. The Preceed-Proceed model include 8 different phases. The first phases are the Precede, which are pretty much the evaluation processes throughout the community to see what is causing the overall health disparities. And then the final phases are the Proceed, which is pretty much your program implementation and evaluating your program to ensure that it's meeting the needs meeting the needs and the goals of your program and implementation plan. So phase 1 is the social diagnosis. Phase 2 is the epidemiology, behavioral, and environmental diagnosis. Phase 3 is the educational and ecological diagnoses. And then phase 4 is the administrative and policy diagnosis. So these are your evaluation processes. Once you have all these, then you can go into your implementation plan based on the needs and what are leading up to the health disparities. So in our last assignment, we looked at the daily foot and blood checks of diabetes patients in Wilcox County. So there was a lot of different evaluations that we took part in to lead up to our final week, of which was last week, and turned in our implementation plan. And then phase 5 is your implementation plan. So you're putting your process and your program in place. Phase 6, 7, and 8 are your process evaluations, looking at the immediate and long-term outcomes of your plan. So here is an example of my logic model based on my Precede-Proceed model in my final paper. So we looked at the program. It was to increase the daily foot and blood checks of adult patients in Wilcox County to 95% compliance by the end of 2018. So we have the inputs, which are your public health, your patients, training videos, everything that could potentially help improve the disparities in the community and get the message out and increase the program itself. And then to the right here, you have all your outcomes and your short-term, medium, and long-term goals. So what are the benefits of the Precede-Proceed model? So the model can help guide the process of choosing tools to solve the problem. Could ultimately just help you develop a plan that looks at what the community needs, who are the partners, everything that the stakeholders, the challenges. It looks like all your community evaluations and gets feedback from everybody, and then makes a plan. So the goal is to break down barriers or break down the behaviors that lead up to a problem. And then what are some weaknesses? Not all of the steps are necessary. For instance, if you had an HIV problem, you probably wouldn't need to look at a whole bunch of the ecological, but you'd want to look at the behaviors of the community and what's causing more HIV to explode or to impact the community. Again, it's heavily data driven. Precede-Proceed planning process also does not emphasize the specifics on the intervention itself. It's simply just giving you like a framework and an outline. So what worked well in the course? So as we developed our program, I was able to understanding of different community aspects and different assessments that were utilized to develop the program. Through the evaluation process, I was able to understand the immediate and long-term effects of our implementation on Wilcox County. Some of the challenges is I wasn't looking to have a sustainability plan, and I think that was a big challenge of mine. The implementation plan itself, it did not ask for a sustainability plan, and that could derail an effective program. So I was able to how did I overcome these? Is I was able to suggest that healthcare providers bill for their services, and that would make long-term sustainability of our program in Wilcox County. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching.